Have you ever wondered why there seems to be a dollar store on every corner in America? It's not just your imagination. Over the past few decades, dollar stores have proliferated across the landscape, their growth outstripping that of many other retail sectors. These unassuming stores, with their promise of low prices and convenient shopping, have become a staple in countless communities. Whether urban or rural, affluent or struggling, it's hard to find a town or city that doesn't have at least one dollar store. The numbers tell a striking story. There are now more than 30,000 dollar stores across the United States, outnumbering some of the country's biggest big-box retailers. This remarkable expansion isn't just a testament to savvy business strategies, it's also a reflection of shifting consumer habits and economic realities. So, what led to this dollar store boom? Let's delve into the history to find out. To understand the rise of dollar stores, we need to go back to the late 1950s. In this era, the concept of a store where everything was priced at $1 or less was incredibly novel. The first dollar stores emerged as a response to a market need for affordable, accessible goods. They offered a wide assortment of items from canned goods to cleaning supplies, all for the price of a single dollar or less. This business model was not just unique, it was revolutionary. By sourcing low-cost items in bulk and maintaining minimal overheads, these stores were able to offer products at prices that undercut traditional retailers. This made them an attractive option for cost-conscious consumers, especially those in lower-income brackets. Dollar stores' appeal wasn't limited to their low prices though. Their smaller size compared to supermarkets made for a more convenient, less overwhelming shopping experience. You could say they were the original curators of simplicity in a retail world that was becoming increasingly complex. As the economy ebbed and flowed through the 1960s and 70s, dollar stores proved resilient. They thrived during economic downturns, when many consumers tightened their belts and sought ways to make their dollars stretch further. This resilience was a testament to their appeal and adaptability. By the 1980s and 90s, dollar stores had become a familiar sight in many American towns and cities. They were no longer seen as just a place for bargains, but as a reliable source of everyday essentials. They had carved out a niche for themselves in the retail landscape, and they were here to stay. Yet, it was not until the turn of the millennium that dollar stores truly began to dominate. The 2000s brought about a significant expansion in their numbers and reach. This was driven by a combination of factors including continued economic uncertainty and a growing acceptance of the dollar store concept among a broader range of consumers. Over time, these stores became a beacon of affordability, but their explosive growth really began in the 2000s. The 2000s marked the beginning of an unprecedented surge in the growth of dollar stores. It was a decade that saw the economy take a nosedive, with the Great Recession of 2008 serving as a significant catalyst. As the economy faltered, many found themselves tightening their belts and searching for ways to stretch each dollar further. This is where dollar stores entered the picture, providing an affordable alternative for those hit hardest by the economic downturn. During this period, dollar stores found a niche in underserved rural and urban areas. These were places where traditional grocery stores were scarce and access to affordable goods was limited. By setting up shop in these areas, dollar stores became a lifeline for many, offering a range of products from canned goods to cleaning supplies. But how did these stores manage to stay profitable while offering goods at such low prices? The answer lies in their business model. Dollar stores keep their overhead costs low, often operating in smaller storefronts and employing fewer staff. They also focus on selling high-demand products, ensuring a steady influx of customers. This formula allowed them to thrive even during the toughest economic times. Besides, dollar stores adopted a unique approach to stocking their shelves. Rather than offering a wide variety of brands, they focused on stocking a limited selection of items. This meant customers might not always find their preferred brand, but they were sure to find an affordable alternative. This approach not only allowed dollar stores to keep prices low but also ensured a quicker turnover of inventory, further boosting profitability. The Great Recession may have been a challenging time for many, but for dollar stores, it was a period of exponential growth. They expanded rapidly, filling the gaps left by traditional grocery stores and offering consumers a more affordable shopping alternative. The success of dollar stores during this period solidified them as a staple in the American retail landscape. The rise of dollar stores has not been without controversy. Indeed, the growing prevalence of these budget outlets has sparked a spirited debate about their impact on local economies and public health. Their critics argue that while dollar stores offer low-cost products, they undermine local businesses by selling goods at prices they simply cannot match. As dollar stores proliferate, these small businesses find it increasingly hard to compete, leading to a decline in local economies. Moreover, the health implications of dollar stores have also been called into question. Predominantly packed with processed, high-sugar and high-sodium foods, dollar stores are often the only accessible food source in low-income neighborhoods. This lack of fresh, nutritious food options contributes to a myriad of health issues, including obesity and diabetes. But it's not all gloom and doom. Dollar stores have also been lauded for bringing affordable necessities to communities that big retailers often overlook. They fill a crucial gap in the market, providing low-cost items to those who need them most, from canned goods and cleaning supplies to school supplies and basic household items. What then does the future hold for dollar stores? The shifting economic landscape and potential regulatory hurdles pose significant challenges. In response to rising criticism, some cities have already begun to limit the number of dollar stores in their jurisdictions. If such regulations become widespread, the dollar store model could face an existential threat. Yet, despite these hurdles, the dollar store industry has shown resilience and adaptability. They've begun to respond to health concerns by expanding their fresh food offerings. Some chains are experimenting with store formats that resemble traditional grocery stores. These adaptations not only address criticisms but also ensure the continued relevance of dollar stores in the evolving retail landscape. So as we look to the future, it's clear that dollar stores will continue to be a significant player in the American retail sector. They might look different, they might operate differently, but they will persist. Regardless of the challenges they face, dollar stores have shown a remarkable ability to adapt and thrive. In just a few decades, dollar stores have become a familiar sight in America. They sprouted from humble beginnings, growing into a retail phenomenon that has transformed the way we shop. Their true emergence came during the Great Recession, when economic downturns led consumers to seek more affordable shopping options. Dollar stores answered that call, spreading like wildfire across the nation, becoming a beacon of budget-friendly retail. Their impact on communities has been significant, bringing accessibility to affordable goods, but also sparking concerns about stifling local businesses. They've become an integral part of our economic landscape, a symbol of thrift in a consumer-driven society. Looking ahead, the future of dollar stores seems secure yet unpredictable. As economic conditions evolve, so too will consumer habits. Will dollar stores continue to thrive, or will they adapt to meet new consumer demands? As we continue to navigate a changing economic landscape, it will be fascinating to see how the story of dollar stores continues to unfold.